This book isn't a traditional business book. It's not a cookbook about how to make more money, but it is extremely relevant to businesses because it can help them understand why customers do or do not love their products. There has been research done, this not by me, fortunately, after this particular analysis, but published in top journals, that shows that brand love is the strongest known predictor of brand loyalty. So if you want to really understand what builds a connection between a person and a brand, you need to look at love, because that's the underlying psychological mechanism that's really driving a lot of this. Now, there are a lot of people out there, a lot of consultants and market research firms that say that they work with this concept, that work with brand love, but very frequently they haven't done the background research they need to do to talk about it in an effective way. So there's one example, and I'm not going to mention the name of the company because I'm not here to embarrass anybody. This is a very well-known company that did a big survey and published what they said were the 25 most loved brands in the United States. Right about the same time, I did a very simple survey, and I just asked 600 people to name brands that they love. That was just it. You would think that the 25 most loved brands would be brands that people loved. But when I asked people what brands they loved, there were 10 of these 25 brands that not a single person out of 600 people, not one person mentioned that they loved these brands. And the brand that most people loved was, not surprisingly perhaps, Apple. Had 150 people out of the 600 say that they loved Apple. Apple was not on this company's list of one of the top 25 most loved brands. So what's going on there is that this company just sort of invented their own criteria. A loved brand is X, Y, Z. My work is not about that. My work starts with real people and their actual experiences of love. I start with the consumer. I've done enormous amount of very in-depth work. I figured out when people talk about love, I love this brand, what are they actually feeling? How is that actually working? How did they fall in love with that brand? And I build the theory out of the consumer's experiences instead of building it out of some idea I have in my head about what I think love might be. The result is that I've developed with Rick Boghossian and Rajiv Batra, also at the University of Michigan. We've developed a measure of brand love that is incredibly predictive of people's willingness to pay a premium for the product, willingness to defend your product online if it's criticized by somebody else, and having a loyal relationship with the brand. All of that matters to people. And the book can really help designers, marketers, anyone who wants to build love between the consumer and their brand.